Okay everyone, welcome to the second part of the videos of the iPhone 6. In this one I will be talking about the top 5 reasons not to buy the iPhone 6 at this point in the mid-2019. If you haven't watched the part 1 in which I was talking about the good reasons why you should get it, then take a look at it. It will be probably in the description, I believe, but let's begin with this video right now. Let's just jump into the first reason and let's just get into it. The first one is that it just doesn't support the iOS 13. You know about it, and it's pretty sad that Apple did remove this device from the supported list, but this is the reality. I said it, and this is exactly what you can expect. Your iPhone 6 will not be able to get all of the new features like the dark mode and all of the updated things from the iOS 13 because obviously you will not be able to get it. The latest version of the iOS for this device is the 12.3.1. There's also 12.3.2, but only for the iPhone 8. The second reason why you shouldn't really consider buying the iPhone 6 is that it's not the best in terms of the performance. Of course, some apps open up fast, but there are plenty of them that you have to wait so long until they do their job. For example, you open up the App Store, and if I wouldn't have opened it a lot earlier today, then I would just have to wait like 15 seconds for the apps and the categories to load up. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's completely normal working device, but sometimes it's just so terrible, and I don't think that you will be able to bear with the speed. In case you are only intending on using some basic tasks, like if you just want to reply to some emails and messages, perhaps make a phone call every once in a while, then it's gonna be pretty good, but other than that, you will have some bad experiences with the speed. In case you plan on downloading some games and some 3D graphics stuff, whatever you do with your phone, it's probably not the best one out there since it only has like 1 GB of RAM, and this is probably also the reason why it doesn't support the iOS 13, but hey, you get my point. Obviously, if you want to buy the iPhone 6, you are not able to buy it from the Apple's website, and you will probably have to get it like used, in the used condition. And if you do so, you will only have to choose between the 16 and 32 gigs versions, which are just very low versions. I mean, the storage of 16 or 32 gigs is just not enough in 2019. Obviously, the iPhone 6 was also manufactured with 64 and 128, but these are just so rare to buy, especially if you are buying it for like a good price. You will not be able to get them. If you have found some 64 gigs iPhone 6, chances are that it's gonna be a lot more expensive than the 16 or 32 gigs versions. So you have to take that into considerations that most of the iPhones were sold at 16. Even this is 16 gigs of storage, and I'm not able to download here anything because obviously you don't have the access to the entire 16 gigs. You only have like about, I believe, I only have like 11 gigs available, so it's not the best thing when it comes to the storage. Like obviously the iPhone 7 had already started with the 32 gigs version, this was the base model, but this one was still 16. The next reason why I don't think that the iPhone 6 is good right now is that it doesn't have the 3D touch. I know it's kinda arguable, but for me 3D touch is one of the most useful features. Whatever I do, I always use the 3D touch. And it's arguable because, you know, even the latest iPhone XR doesn't have it, and apparently Apple is planning the future without the 3D touch, mostly due to the fact that they want to implement the fingerprint sensor into the display, and they would be just so difficult to put a 3D touch display with the ability to read your fingers. That would be just really difficult, and I think that this is the reason why Apple is rumored to remove the 3D touch altogether from every single device. You probably know that one of the biggest difference between the iPhone 6 and the upgraded iPhone 6s is the 3D touch. There was just so much hype around this feature, and many consider it to be a gimmick, and I just don't, because I like it and it's not part of the iPhone 6. and this is one of the reasons not to get it. And the last reason, and I don't know, it is the camera. Well, it has 8 megapixels on the paper. I mean, the real one, based on the megapixels number, like 8, it's not that bad actually, but in the real life, it isn't good either. Well, you know, you're not able to get 4K, obviously, we wouldn't even expect it, but if you want to record a slow motion video, you only have the option to do so at 720p, which is completely insufficient in 2019. And the 1080p video can be shot at 60 or 30 FPS, which is acceptable, but the front-facing one, well, this is just bad. I have to tell you guys that 1.2 megapixels, it's not even capable to shoot 1080p video for FaceTime. It's not gonna be good. And if you just plan to get this device for your kids or for someone that takes a lot of selfies, this is probably not the best way to surprise them actually, because it doesn't have the best camera on the market. I realized that if I would have bought the very same specs camera on a different device that wouldn't be iPhone, then it would be even worse. But these specs are just not good for 2019. Okay, I guess that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and think about the reasons, the pros and cons of buying this device right now, and decide what's important for you, decide what you like about it and what you don't like, and based on that decision, choose and decide if you want to get this device or not. It's just impossible for me to say that you should or should not get it, because everyone is different, everyone uses their phone in a different way, and that's why it's impossible to say one thing for everybody. So thank you so much for watching, hope you enjoyed this, subscribe for more content like this, and see you guys in the next video. Peace out.